What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL Grant Stimulus Update. Absolute BS. It is Tuesday, February the 2nd, 2021. Please do me each favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL with the comments below. Copy and paste the exact title of this video. And make sure you share it all over social media by tagging Ben Cardin, John Cornyn, Jackie Rosen, and your two state senators. And if you'd like to participate in a $10,000 cash prize giveaway via a YouTube live either tomorrow or Thursday afternoon, I ask you please subscribe to this channel right now and hit the bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you might notice I lost the beard again. Happened to me about a month or so ago. I typically do it rarely when I'm pissed. It's cathartic. I get in front of the mirror and I go slow, long strokes. And for whatever reason, it makes me feel good for about 5 minutes. But I'm fighting mad. And if you got small kids in the room or you hate hearing me drop multiple F-bombs, you might want to go somewhere else. Because if I woke up this morning kind of this much wanting to sue the SBA, it's now this much wanting to sue the SBA. So I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. Unless they have a come to Jesus moment at the SBA under Miss Isabel Guzman, who has not been sworn in yet. She is not officially in charge of the SBA. So we cannot file a lawsuit until she has at least 30 days, and I'm giving her the entire month of February to come clean. Because this frequently asked question piece of dog shit ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna cut it, because not only are they not addressing the emergency EIDL grant of Section 332, they're giving a big fuck you to anyone who's new to the so-called portal that they were supposed to launch at SBA.gov. So we may have more to sue. Like, for example, if you didn't apply before December the 27th, according to the law that I read, you should not be shut out from getting a chance at $10,000. Now, the good news is, if you read the PDF, and I will pin it in the top comment, it's clearly 10 grand. So you know who was claiming $1,000 per employee was dead wrong. It's $10,000. However, his belief that they may screw the rest of us could in fact be true, but we do not know. Because as I've said in multiple videos prior to this, the SBA Lifeline grant in the HEROES Act has $40 billion of EIDL grant money. And it says in there, and it's also pinned in the top comment, that $20 billion shall be for low income and they will go first. That might be what we're seeing right now. Because as we read through this PDF, it's clear that they're stuck like a turtle in a fucking pile of molasses. They can't even get out emails without staggering it over a course of a number of weeks. We might as well call it months. So, if you're one of the lucky ones that supposedly got an email starting yesterday, I would like you to pipe up in the comments below, share the exact text of the email, white out any personal information or the loan officer that sent it to you. Because to my knowledge, nobody I know has gotten it as of 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to share this a little bit later. I had meetings backed up, so I have to do this video now. But right now, as I sit here today, I'm more determined than ever to sue the SBA. They're not going to get away with this. There is no guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to win. There's an old saying when it comes to the federal government. The system protects the system. Did you know there's over 45 lawsuits right now against the SBA? When you get done with this video, go ahead and Google suing the SBA. You will see lawsuits going back to April of last year, a lot in June and July, most of which were around PPP and the SBA withholding information with respect to the loans, the amounts, and who got what and where. But there's going to be a hell of a lot more coming in the very near future with respect to the EIDL program. Because 9 million people applied last year. 5.7 million got a loan at $1,000 per employee, an illegal ration of the grant by Miss Javita Carranza. She also took it upon herself to cap the loans at $150,000 when they're supposed to be up here at $2 million. And even up until her last day, she still said, fuck you, to the larger small business owners like restaurants that desperately needed more than 150 G's to survive. So I don't care how many ridiculous tweets she put out about how many businesses she saved. She destroyed even more that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees. $10,000 to somebody in low, middle, or high that's a one-man or woman show or a side hustle or an Uber or Lyft driver is life-changing money. And when they turn their back on you, my family, my subscribers, my friends, my fellow business owners, they fucked you right up the you-know-what. And I'm not having it. I know this video may be demonetized and it may get nowhere, but who's supposed to see it will. Right now, unless they come out by March the 1st and say we're launching the EIDL, Emergency EIDL Grant, for middle to high income, the lawsuit's going to fly. And unless they come out as per this damn document and give a realistic timeline by March 1st, for anyone in low income that did not apply before December 27th, I'm going to include that in the lawsuit too. Nowhere in that law that I read passed on December 27th does it say it's only for people that already applied, whether you got $1,000 per employee or none. You applied after July the 15th, so you're due 10 grand. We all expected there was going to be a portal. Fine. Go ahead and say there's going to be a delay. It's going to take them weeks to send out these emails. I don't understand that for the life of me. They've already had weeks to prepare for this so-called IRS code that they're using pinned in the top comment. This is going to be an absolute cluster. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be an absolute cluster. There is going to be reconsideration after reconsideration, of which I will help you with. And if we don't get clarity, not only for those in middle to high income in Section 332, but I want to know when is the SBA? I'm pissed. When is the SBA going to open this targeted EIDL portal for anyone who didn't already apply? And with respect to the federal government, fighting over between 1.9 trillion and 600 billion in change from the Republicans, I mean, give me a fucking break. You guys can go spend $8 trillion slaughtering people in the Middle East over the last 20 years, but you can't give small business owners, the backbone of this country, $20 or $30 billion more, if that, to take care of everybody in small, middle, and high, including those that are new to the targeted EIDL portal. My ass. So here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, and then I will go over this at minimum. If we don't get an answer by March the 1st with respect to Section 332 in the Emergency EIDL Grant and those that are new to the portal with respect to the Targeted EIDL Advance of Section 331, I'm going to sue. I already have a law firm in mind. What they'll do is they'll create a landing page. You will sign up. There will be some form of a donation button. If we get at least 10% of this channel or 6,000 people to join a class action lawsuit, it's probably not going to be more than 20 or 30 bucks a piece, if that. Some of you, like myself, will be able to afford to give more. Some maybe none at all. But as long as we can cover the fees, because we're going to have a big paralegal team, a couple of high-powered lawyers that know what the hell they're talking about, and the language in this bill gets rid of the may pay up to $10,000 bullshit of Section 1110, and it says shall receive $10,000 or the maximum of 10 grand minus the amount already received. And with respect to this PDF, it clearly does say it's $10,000 for Targeted EIDL Advance. So with all due respect, Lord, we do thank you for that. At least about a third of you are going to be well taken care of at some point in the next 4 or 5 weeks. But I can't stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've never sued anyone in my entire life. I think it's a poor, it's very unfortunate. And it's no surprise to me that they've got almost 50 lawsuits there now. They're going to have another 50 more by the time this is over with, come May or June of this year. But the system protects the system. There is no guarantee. But I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to go down in flames. I've already told you guys this 1,000 times. I'm a single man, and I don't have any kids, although I'm a very involved uncle to a 19-year-old niece and a 15-year-old nephew who lost their father the same day we buried my mother 5 years ago. It was an absolute disaster. But I now live by myself in a fairly nice place, and I'm willing to give it all up and live in a fucking van down by the river and eat ramen noodles, which are 10 for $1 right now at Walmart, because if you spike them with a can of tuna and a bag of frozen peas, it's an excellent $2.55 meal. If that's what has to happen for me to go scorched earth and get on Fox 5 down there in Atlanta and every fucking radio station I can get my hands on over the next 60 to 90 days, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But more importantly, we're giving away $10,000 in the next 24 to 48 hours. So make sure you go to the poll. It's on the community wall. We had over 3,000 people vote, but only 1,500 commented. In order to be eligible, ladies and gentlemen, you got to vote, subscribe, and comment on the poll. So at least half of you need to go back there and put something in the comments, because that's where I'm going to choose the winners. All right, 11 minutes. Look, I'll pin this in the top. Can you apply now? No, they're going to send you an email. But it says, in summary, they're going to send out, if you got 1,000 per employee, which is a huge number of you, at least in low income, they're going to email you first, followed by the people that got nothing, meaning you applied after July the 15th when they ran out of the grant money and before December 27th's cutoff. The way this reads to me, good luck getting the money anytime by March if you're in that second group. Why in the world they need weeks? And it says it right in here, you know, it's going to be a staggered approach, and we'll get back to you if you're in group number 2. In other words, if you're waiting for 10 grand, we'll get back to you. Don't call us, we'll call you. Again, if you got a copy of this email they claim started going out last night, put it in the comments below. White out any personal information. I want to see it because I don't believe it's happening. Should you reapply? No. The targeted EIDL is only going to go to about a third of you. And God bless each and every one of you. You deserve the help. But for everybody else, whether you're brand new to the system and you're waiting for a portal, or you're in middle to high income and you want to know what's going on with Section 332, if we don't get an answer by March the 1st, I am going to sue. I would like to think that at least 6,000 or 10% of you are going to join us. If more join, we won't have to pay much, if anything at all, and we will sue the piss out of them. Will we win? I don't know. It's very tough to beat the federal government because, again, the system protects the system. It's a crooked, crony, you scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours operation. So we'll give it one hell of a try. That's for damn sure. Who's eligible? You know the deal. You got to show a 30% economic loss. You got to have fewer than 300 employees. As Ryder over at Skip and other channels have said, and I totally agree, there's no way they're going through $20 billion. And if it really is 40 to 60 billion, because in Section 332, they strike 20 and they replace it with 40 billion. I think that's for middle to high income because the emergency EIDL grant was in the CARES Act. The targeted EIDL advance was not. And if you read the law, it says 20 billion for this section for low income. The next section, it says strike 20, replace with 40. So I hope I'm right, and I may not be, but if I'm right, this is going to go like the Lifeline grant. They're so damn slow and inefficient that they're going to spend a month or two handling Section 331, and then at some point, I don't know, by March or my birthday in April, they're going to say, good news, we've now got money and or the capability to handle Section 332. And if that's the case, we can drop the lawsuit. But I'm telling you right now, and if you think I'm bluffing, stick around. Because you think you've seen scorched earth? You ain't seen nothing yet. And we're going to talk about other things. I'm going to launch a new business to help grow your company. It's absolutely amazing. It's going to turn into a mobile app by the summer or fall. We're going to kick ass together for the next 10 or 20 years. But these motherfuckers at the SBA, and I'm not talking about the hardworking men and women that are putting in 10 or 12 hours a day. I'm talking about at the very top. We need to give Miss Guzman, who's a protege of Karen Mills. I'm so shocked that Karen Mills hasn't come out and said, wait a second. We did not have any intention of just covering low income when I did that Facebook Live with Big Ben Cardin, who I hear is blaming Republicans once again Ben, my question to you is, why the fuck did you vote for this bill? You had 4 or 5 hours to read it. You must have known, holy shit, my constituents that are in middle to high income are screwed based on this bill, but you're going to blame the Republicans for that. That's not good enough, Ben. Because if that is the case, then you better get your ass over to the White House right now with Jackie Rosen, John Cornyn, and the state senators who are responsible for, let's say, S4 4227 and fix the damn thing. I told you could put a provision in there that clarifies 331 and 332. You don't even have to prioritize more money. Just tell us before the lawsuits fly, and I won't be the only one, I can promise you that. Before March the 1st. You got time to fix it with your inevitable eternal dysfunction at, 1600 Pennsylvania Ave, or is the Senator House probably in a different location? It's a swamp wherever it is. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pin this. I'm too irritated to go through it anymore. If you're new, welcome. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I swear like a drunken sailor when I'm pissed off, and I say what the fuck I'm going to do. And I'm telling you all right now, I'm happy that at least those that are in low income have a chance, and hopefully they broaden or get a little more liberal with the definition of low income, and we can get close to half of you covered. But if that's not going to be the case, and they don't say anything, or they tell us to go pound sand come March 1st, second week of March, I will be announcing the law firm we're using. I will say, go to this website, sign up, put your name in, and if you can afford to chip in $20 or whatever the hell it is, we're going to sue the SBA along with 50 other entities right now, and there's probably going to be 100 by the summer. They're not going to get away with this. Hopefully, we will pressure them into doing the right thing with this next stimulus bill that's probably not going to pass for another few weeks. So, until next time, once again, go to the poll on my community page, vote, and put a comment below. In the live feed, and I bought one of them ring lights, but it echoes. The house is, I got to get rid of the echo, but I may end up doing it here to where I just lean it up if I can get my damn fan to be quiet. And I'll go through and I'll kibitz with you guys in the comments. I might even drink a beer. I don't think I've drank a beer on a camera before, but fuck it, right? I feel like a beer. Maybe you do. Glass of wine, maybe some whiskey. I'll stay away from the whiskey. Probably a Yingling, but make sure you go vote. I will be back probably tomorrow or Thursday to do the live stream and give away $10,000. And if I'm feeling generous, just because the SBA shafted you big time, I may give away more than that. I'm doing whatever I can, ladies and gentlemen, to help you. And while this video ran long, I appreciate those who stuck with me to the end, because I will be doing the same for you. I can promise you that. So until next time, always remember, I love each and every single one of you, and thank you for watching.